This video is for the queer helpers and healers, the therapists, activists, community organizers, counselors, case managers, crisis response workers, nurses, anyone else who identifies as a queer person and a helper and or healer. We need more queer joy, more queer self-care, more queer creativity for creativity's sake and for our own sake. Hi, I'm Rebel Wolf. I'm with Kindness Corner Studio. We bring folks creative burnout care that understands your work, your identity, and your nervous system. We are an anti-racist, LGBTQIA plus and neuro-affirming safe space for helpers and healers dealing with or preventing burnout. I want to round out this Pride Month 2026 at the very, very end. I'm squeaking in just at the end. And I want to share with you a new SoulCollage card that I have introduced to my deck this month. This one actually showed up as an intuitive card, a card that just shows up as it's being created, not even intentionally crafted for a particular part or purpose. This one just showed up. And here we go. There. This is my queer joy card. I love it so much. Mostly because it immediately sparks joy in me and excitement, freedom, acceptance, creativity, and fun. As we all know, sometimes queer joy can be hard to come by. And I know many folks that were really struggling with Pride Month this year and struggling with holding multiple truths that we all have to keep doing all of the time. And it's really hard to hold both the pain and the suffering of our LGBTQIA plus kin and the joy and pride that come with Pride Month. But here today, I want to give you a chance and give you permission to be able to just drop into your inner well of queer joy, trans joy, gay joy, whatever identity joy you have in there that you want to give some more time and attention to. You are allowed to take some time to focus on and create some joy. So come create with me. Okay, so I've found some images. You don't need this many, but this is going to be my queer joy card. So I found some images of joy. We'll see if they all end up making it on here. And I've got my scissors and my pencil and an X-Acto knife. I want to do some fine detail, my glue stick, and this one uses the backing of my card, my 5-inch by 8-inch backing. And I have a cutting mat just because I don't want to slice into the table. So that's everything you need. And you're going to get started and go ahead and start cutting things out in a way that makes sense. Okay, so I trimmed out the images that I want to use, cut them down, and now I'm going to work on placement and figure out exactly how I want them to be. So with this, it's important to focus on what the most important parts of each image are. And this being my Queer Joy card, the faces are most important to me. And just kind of getting this just right can be very tricky, and it can take a little bit of time to finagle with it, especially if you have multiple images. Yeah, I'm not sure. I want this to be there, but I also want some of the scars to be there too. Okay. something like this maybe. Sort of, okay, kind of. And then I know that I want these flowers to be here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and trim those out as well. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna assemble my Queer Joy Soul Collage card. So the flowers, I'll figure out exactly where they're gonna go, but this is gonna be here. Yeah, and then the flowers will cover on the top. So get my glue on here. Where I want it. And actually, I just like to use a knife to trim. You can also use scissors, no problem. My hands like this better. Okay, make sure it's all good to go on there. One cool thing, especially if you use a glue stick, is that you can kind of maneuver things around. So like if I wanted to tuck something in there, I could easily pull it up, unlike some other adhesives. Okay, so now one tricky part is just going to be like how I want this to, okay, they might be underneath over here. That might be what happens here. All right, and then you can see here how I'm fiddling and futzing with all of the images, and I'm trying to get it so that the parts of each image that are most important to me are on the card, so we can trim around and the most important will be there. So with all these kind of layered images, I'm going to look at the one that's closest to the background first. I'm going to kind of keep these like that so I remember. Okay, and I just kind of like, I think it was like this. And that's, like I said, about the glue stick, making it very maneuverable, especially if you change your mind or don't get it quite right the first time. Okay, we'll see. Okay, right. This was going here. Also, you're hopefully gonna put your card in a sleeve, card protector, once it's done. And so even if you don't get, every single piece of each thing glued down exactly, it will be in the sleeve to kind of protect it and keep things where you want them to be. Okay, there's that. Great. Okay. Now, before I put the final flowers on the bottom, I'm just going to trim the edges here so I can really see what's going on, because it's important for our cards to be there. Little technical difficulty. Okay, so yeah, that's good. And so even though, like, the face here is right up against the edge, you still get the kind of the essence of the image. And that's okay. And there are constraints when you have like a size that you need to stick to. But constraints can sometimes be very helpful for allowing our creativity to work around things. Okay, so there's that, and then I just want to measure here and make sure this is just right. Great. Okay. Ta-da! Oh yeah. Oh, I really like it. Yeah. This is my Queer Joy card. What's left now is to process it. So let's go ahead and do that now. So during this processing, some things came up. The primary processing prompt for SoulCollage is I am one who. And for me, this one, I am one who is queer. I am one who is joyful. I am one who is authentically me, even when the world tells me not to be. And then I did a few other prompts. The cards, gift for me, my gift for the card, what my card wants me to remember, um, and the message it has for me today. And the card said, my message for you today is bask in me, seek me out, make me possible. And I like to also connect emotions. And so emotions that came up were joy, appreciation, reverence, self love, and excitement. So, helpers and healers, remember, you're allowed to take some time for yourself. You're allowed to spend time creatively in ways that have nothing to do with work. You're allowed to be in spaces where you can show up authentically as your whole self, where you can connect with community while feeling safe and inspired. And if you're looking to find a space like this, I welcome you to come to one of our upcoming online workshops. You'll be surrounded by other helpers and healers, and we focus on nurturing ourselves with creative self care. And we build safe community that is anti-racist, LGBTQIA+, and neuro-affirming. And if you want a discount on your first event with us, you can sign up for our email list in the link below, and you'll get a 25% off discount code to use when you register. I'd love to see you sometime in a workshop soon. And until we connect and create again, keep your hands messy, your heart kind, and remember, you've already done enough.